Good afternoon. It's May 1st, 2026. It's Friday, so it's the end of the week. Here's the 2700 tick chart. So we'll be looking at this one, but let's take a look at the weekly chart and the monthly chart. So the weekly chart uh looked like they were gonna try and close it strong, but I think this has more to do with well, I guess I was gonna say it has more to do with the monthly and the daily chart, but I mean I had this as a level of resistance before, so that could be holding prices too. But excuse me, the monthly chart, we're at a level of resistance. So, this could very well be the start of a reversal. Yeah, we could just continue higher. But you get one leg up, a second leg up, and then a third leg up. It could be a reversal. It's right at resistance. So don't be surprised. Also, this is the daily chart. We were in this broad bull channel, and we found resistance at the top. We broke out. Most breakouts fail. So I would expect at least a correction to 71.50 if it breaks back down into here. But this didn't close very strong. So those are things to consider. But if we look at the 2700 tick chart, you can see it's just a reversal day. We had follow through buying, which was expected, and then we closed near the lows. So I do like today. I do like to look for that follow through buying after a big day like yesterday. Look for some follow through buying, and we did get that. So let's take a look. Prices gapped up a little bit when the market reopened yesterday. I think you'd probably want to draw this, draw a measured move, and it pretty much hits it perfectly. So if you go for this measured move, um, you know, maybe after the price is open right here near the midline of that range, that upper half of the range, maybe you drop a limit order. And that's what people did. Boom, they took profits, comes back down, hits the midline, finds support, and goes higher. Now into the overnight, we find support here. Could you buy there? I think you could buy there. But this still looks like a bear channel, so better to wait for a higher low. You get it here. Not the greatest signal bar, but you could buy. Let me make this bigger. And we get a bull move up and a pullback. So again, you can buy the pullback. These are the days that, personally, the bias to me was clearly up. So I'm gonna be going for at least a risk reward of 2, and hopefully you can get more. So if you held down here, it paid off big. So you get some sideways stuff. Can you go long here? You can. Um, I think probably just buy with a limit order near the EMA is a better bet. And you can see this channel just goes straight up, just straight up. Get a break, move to a new high, and then we get a break of this larger channel. And this is when I like looking at larger time frames because I think on the 17,000 tick chart with this one, you have a two-legged correction. So 1, 2, and I don't know. I think it's just intuition from thousands of hours of watching these charts, but I just didn't think that we were going to make a new high here, and so I didn't scalp out. I took a small swing here. I think like 5 points, 6 points maybe. And then I got out. And you can see that started the second leg of this bear channel. So anyway, once it comes down here, you get this higher low. Maybe you start hopping in here. I didn't like it when we got these dojis. I think I got out. I'm not quite sure. But then when we started to get these dojis down here, I kind of liked it to the high side because we get a couple of bull closes, and then you get this bull bar here. So I like, you know, kind of starting a position here, and I added to it. This was my trade for the day, and I took profits here at like 88.75. I was thinking about going up here, so that would have been what, 2 more points. But I was like, you can see I got a little nervous when prices pulled back at that midline. What would be that midline? But I just thought that we would be testing this low over here. But we hit that measured move, pulled back a little bit, went a little higher, and then started going down. I just didn't think that we were gonna make a new high, and we didn't. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Um, so I think at this point you might start thinking about, okay, on the daily chart. I think that it was looking like a bull bar, but the high of the bar was like right here, and so I think at that point it's like, what time is it at that point? It's 10 a.m. So you don't know for certain yet, but you think, okay, we this might be a reversal day. So can you get short? Yeah, you can. I mean, personally, I would consider taking this. Problem is, you know, the longs you take, it's hard to be dynamic. Like before, I was talking about going for at least 2 or 3 risk reward. This starts to tell you otherwise. This bear channel, something about this. I mean, there's no consecutive strong bull bars. Maybe you argue for these two, but this looks more like a doji, and it's beneath the EMA. Here you get two, finds resistance at the EMA. Nice high or low, but look at the follow up, just nothing. And so now we make new lows, you know, this rally starts 10 a.m., sell off till 11:45 a.m. Okay, so then you get a rally from 11:45 to about 12:30, and yeah, this is where you might want to consider it, especially because this looks like on this chart, it looks like a bear channel, and on the 17,000 tick chart, it is clearly a bear channel. So, something to think about. It's just hard to pivot, if the bias is long to you, pivoting to short, it's hard. So there's one last look at it. I hope everyone had a good week. I'll be back Monday.